Hi. Welcome to...
Sunday Chat!
Yes, you were a while there, Paul.
You got your hair up.
Was there a slight delayed reaction, perhaps, this morning?
Maybe.
Yes, I think we both slept quite heavily. I have a facial creasing issue this morning. Look, can you see?
Yeah.
And you know why?
It's like the Mariana Trench.
It's not that bad. But you know why? Why? It's because I didn't put my silk pillowcase on. I washed it yesterday by hand, as I do once a week.
Am I allowed to do that?
What?
Washing by hand.
I washed it by hand, and I didn't put it on, did I? So I've woken up with facial creasing. And for those of you who don't know, a silk pillowcase over your regular pillowcase prevents facial creasing. Maybe I'll put a link to Amazon so you can buy one yourself. Mine was a gift from Lady Tittington Smize.
I think she thought that I had so many crags anyway, it wasn't worth buying me one.
I was going to say, it wasn't for you.
But look.
Yeah.
Smiling. Look.
As I've said before, nothing's that funny, Paul.
Why have you got your hair up?
Because I thought I'd look like the mother out of Psycho today. Yeah.
Pretty good.
What? Anyway, welcome. We've got a bloody good show in line for you today. And we're going to have to start by doing a whole page of thank yous, bloody thank yous, for lots of lovely things that you've sent to us, emailed to us, gifted us, etc., etc. So let's start, shall we, Paul?
The postman's been very busy this week. The postman's been very busy.
She?
Yeah, but they're still called postmen, aren't they?
No, she's a postwoman.
Are they called post people now? Or post personnel? They're most probably called papier delivery people or something now.
What?
Well, they've most probably got a long... Yeah, paper. Papier.
Why would that mean post? La poste?
Yeah. But most of the stuff's paper, isn't it?
But they're not paper delivery people, they deliver the post.
Oh no, they're not newspaper delivery. No. Journal. They're not journal delivery people.
Stop pretending you can speak French, Paul.
I can't.
Goodness me.
But yes, well, thank you. We're first of all...
We've got a list.
We got a list.
Got a list, love. Yeah. So first of all, after the greeting, the salutation, is that your phone making noises?
No, it was yours.
I don't think it was. Mine's on silent.
Oh, no.
I don't want bleeps and bloops and R2-D2 in the other bloody room making noises during Sunday Chat.
Sunday Chat!
Jesus, Mary, Mother of God. So, new subscribers, welcome.
Yeah, there's been a
We do apologise.
plethora.
I'm terribly sorry. It's so crazy here sometimes. I've gone warm.
Are you having a hot flush? Is it your time
I think
of the
it's
month?
my hot pink. Oh, look.
Don't show your nipple.
There was no nipple there.
Disgusting.
My hot neon pink. Do you like it? It's the season's new colour. Hot neons. Anyway, new subscribers, bloody welcome. Thank you for pressing that button. Subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. Forever.
I'll stop now.
And remember, check to see whether you're still subscribed, because YouTube might have accidentally unsubscribed you.
There's been a few people who come back saying, I thought we were subscribed and we're not subscribed, so we've resubscribed.
Yes, so you better double check.
Isn't that odd?
You don't want to miss anything from us, do you now? No. Thank you. What's odd? What were you saying something, Paul? I do apologise.
Well, you weren't listening, even if I was, no.
Were you saying something? No?
No.
Good.
No.
Lovely.
No.
What does that say? Avon?
Can't read the list.
Avon? No, Anon. Anonymous. Anonymous now.
Yes.
Lovely. We're not sure who sent this to us. Celestial Seasonings. Tangerine Orange Zinger.
Yeah.
From Celestial Seasonings. Celestial Seasonings since...
They started.
When is it since? Does it say?
So thank you to whoever sent that.
Celestial Seasonings since probably the 80s or the 70s. Maybe it was the 70s. I'm sure it said somewhere, Paul. I'm sure it said we started making tea in this time. Oh, since 1969. Ah, thank you to the anonymous person. Did you say something, Paul?
No.
No, I didn't think you did. Thank you. Bloody thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Next, Paul. The other oh, no, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Again. The other anonymous gift that we were sent was a set of crochet hooks. A lovely little package full of gorgeous little evil little crochet hooks. Look at them. And it's got other things in there too, like darning needles and line markers, row markers, line markers. I have learnt how to do a little bit of basic crochet. Look.
Oh, I hadn't seen
Oh.
that. He's learning how to undo it as well. Oh dear. Oh dear, that was funny.
Look.
I hadn't seen that. When did you do that?
I can't remember. The other day.
Why are you fondling it? Why don't you just show it?
Because it's a bit weird. I made one thing that looked like a funny king prawn, didn't I?
Oh, that was good,
The
that.
king prawn, where I went terribly wrong.
Are you
but
stretching it at that corner?
I can do something with that. I thought I might make a sort of set of nipple covers. And then like a little bra or something, I don't know. So there we are. I am learning. I'm learning. It's a process.
There have been a few choice words. Fudging, yarn, and things like that, haven't there?
Yes, there have. So also, while we're on the subject of crochet, Vicky, lovely Vicky, sent me some crochet magazines. It's like crochet porn. And they've got some lovely things, but it did rather make... They're my magazines, Paul. They're not yours. Stop trying to get your filthy mitts on them. You can make lots of different things with crochet
Yarn.
and hooks. I think it's all a little bit advanced, but they're fun to look through, and they've got some basic tips and tricks and hints and tips for you.
Do they have
Me.
the chicken jumpers in there? Because I think they'd be very useful, because we get given quite a lot of eggs by our allotment friends. You could crochet some chicken jumpers for them as a thank you.
No.
And they could have little buttons down them.
And are you somehow going to create extra time in the week for me to do all these things, Paul? Huh?
I just think it would be nice. It would be a nice thank you to people who give us dozens and dozens of eggs.
I can't even crochet a small bra. So thank you, Vicky, also known as Vixter.
And also, thank you for your lovely note
on
and
lovely
card
paper.
on lovely paper.
It looks like, is it homemade, Vicky? Because it looks lovely.
And
Thank you.
a plethora
Of?
tomato seeds, different tomato seeds and beans and carrots. And it's going to be, I don't know how we're going to keep on top of the labelling of each of these. Well, actually, I don't know how I'm going to keep on top of the labelling, because I don't think Richard will be. But like there's chocolate cherry, what's that one? Cooling Toms. That can't be Cooling Toms.
Chocolate cherry tomato.
Galena. Oh, that's Galena. Chocolate cherry tomato.
Chocolate. What, it tastes like chocolate?
Well, no, I think it's brown. Millefleur, which I'm looking forward to. Lots in there. So thank you very much for those.
Lovely.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that's on top, of course, of other seeds that we mentioned a couple of weeks ago that we had been sent by Gabriella as well. So looking forward to sowing those. Next.
Sorry, I was stuck in a posing loop.
You were, yeah. It would have gone on for hours and hours. Sometimes he's watching TV and something will happen, he'll go, and then he'll just get stuck in that loop going for hours on end before he falls asleep.
Don't do that. Right, you need to take a video of that next time I do it, Paul.
I will do. I will do.
It's never going to happen, because it doesn't happen. So, who else sent seeds? Kelly.
Kelly.
From
Thank
Kelly's
you.
Kitchen Garden with the lovely card. Where's the card?
Lovely card.
I love the card.
Lovely
with the little
card,
pussy.
little catty on it. And lovely, lovely note inside. Thanks, Kelly.
Look, it's got glitter. Look.
Kelly sent us some Oregon Sugar Pod Mange 2 seeds.
Oh, we love Monge too.
So looking forward to those. Those are a save seed. And I love the fact that she put R&P at the top there, making a note of who she's sending things to so she doesn't forget, which is what I'm not going to be doing this year.
Really?
Forgetting. What's next? I've forgotten.
Kelly. Jackie.
Jackie. Yeah, I have Jackie. Lazy housewife beans.
Oh, that's appropriate.
So we're going to be having a go at those this year. I do want to grow. I mean, the wonderful thing about the things that we've received...
Which Jackie was it
that
sent them?
Jackie Searle. Sorry, Jackie, yeah. Thank you very much, Jackie. Yeah, the wonderful thing is that these are things that we actually want to grow rather than sort of additional things.
Okay.
Well, the thing is you can get an awful lot of things that actually you don't have enough space to grow things. Because it's not an acre what we have.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
Lovely.
In fact, yeah.
And also, Vivi has given us some seeds as well.
Yes.
So we had the most wonderful, wonderful New Year and Christmas celebration with Vivi yesterday. Vivi came over to us for lunch and we spent virtually the whole day talking, as we always do, like good friends do, and eating and having a few glasses of bubbly.
We had some bubbles.
We did. And you did a little bit of chatting about seeds and things, didn't you? We also exchanged gifts. More about that in a moment.
We got some of Vivi's Helder beans and the Cocoa Sophie, which I know she's going to have available on the shop, in her shop relatively soon. So if you're looking for those, Vivi will have them in her shop soon. What you'll be doing, I think, is buying a seed packet, because when we save seeds, we're not allowed to sell those seeds. It's a law. So Vivi and her Brussels sprouts. What Vivi has also given us is her remaining seed from her Groninger Brussels sprout and her Red Ball Brussels sprouts that I think she grew last year and they haven't really done very well. So she's passed on the seed to us, and we're going
See
to
if we
be
can do it.
sowing them. And I think what we better do is make sure we sow enough to pass back to Vivi
Yeah.
as plants.
Yeah.
So
Well,
fingers crossed
maybe
on that.
we should just do the harvest and send her a punnet of sprouts.
Or a punnet of sprouts.
Yeah.
That sounds quite nice, doesn't it?
I think that would be a nice thing to do.
I think, that's so nice and kind of
Because
you.
if you give her the plants, she might kill them all.
I don't think she killed them. I just think they decided to be pea-sized Brussels sprouts.
Lovely.
So we're going to be doing
that's
that.
all
So thank
lovely.
you very much for that.
That was lovely. Thank you. Bloody thank you. We also wanted to say a big thank you to our contributors via PayPal.
Yes.
We've
yeah.
had some lovely financial gifts, which is absolutely super, and will go towards our new computer fund.
Yeah. But we've got back everyone who has donated. We've got back to you. So thank you very much
Said
for your
thank you
contribution.
individually to you.
Yes. Thank you.
That's just for you.
Next.
Emails. You had emails. I want to say thank you for the various emails that you've sent to us at Richard Paul. That's R and P at richardandpaul.com. Yeah.
Cool, we'll get there one day. Yes, and thank you to everyone
me
who
a
sent
tea?
us the email. No. But particularly this week to Peter Marion, who sent us their photos of their cheeky prints that they tried to grow that last growing season.
It was a miniature one, wasn't it?
It was a very cheeky print.
Little cheeky one.
It
What was that
tiny.
noise?
I don't know what that noise was. It was a bang. I think it must have been something outside.
Sounded like it was in the room.
It's not a goblin, is it?
Don't start talking about the goblins.
If you haven't heard about the goblins,
Oh
go over
my
to the
God,
podcast.
Don't start talking about the goblins in Kentucky. What was that?
Oh dear.
I think
So
it's
we've
the
got
wind.
Marietta and Bobby and Bonnie in
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Have you
So
heard
maybe-
about the goblins in Kentucky?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any more about the goblins.
No.
It's frightening.
No. But if you do want to hear more, then go over to...
Signed Clyde. Signed Clyde. That's SoundCloud. Mailing list, Paul.
Yes,
You say we've done well on the mailing list. Carry on.
we've reached 100 subscribers on the mailing list,
On
so
the
thanks
mailing
very much for that.
It's a list.
It's at the moment what you're getting is the updates of my Guernsey Gardener in London blog, but we're soon going to start doing a regular newsletter,
Are we?
which will just be something a bit in that and also highlighting what we've done since the last newsletter. So that will be highlighting podcasts or the blog or our videos or things that have happened in Planet Vegetaria.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, I'm just working on it at the moment, trying to get a layout that I'm happy with.
We also wanted to say thank you to our new members on Planet Vegetaria. We're scratching towards
500.
500 members. That's Planet Vegetaria, a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. That's Richard and Paul since 2017. That's contractual.
You got 2 that's in then.
Well, that's okay.
Is
There's
that
another
okay?
one.
That's okay. That's.
And also, we wanted to say thank you again to... Ow, I've got a pain in my calf.
That's an unusual name.
No, it's because I've been working out. More about that later.
Oh, like working in.
We've had 5,000 plus streams of our podcasts on Signed Clyde, and we're delighted. We don't earn any money
they
from
know
that.
that. Stop going on about it. Yeah. So 5,000 plus streams on podcast on SoundCloud. Thank you very much. If you want to hear about the goblins, that might be 5001.
No, you continue, Paul. You're doing such a good job.
What's
You
next?
have to read it from there. Use your super eyes, Paul.
Well, now we're going on to
Anyway,
other things.
let's talk about our lovely little day. Just a small chat, because it was a private day between friends. But we had a lovely day with our Vivi. She came over for lunch, and
She's not just
we...
our Vivi.
Well, she is.
Everyone's
She's
Vivi.
ours.
No, she's everyone's Vivi.
Ours. We're keeping her here just for us.
Yeah, ours in the collective sense.
No, it's our Vivi. That's a northern term, Paul.
I know it is.
Well, why did you question it?
Because I'm just being annoyed.
So, Vivi wonderfully gave us some lovely little gifts. Brown paper packages tied up with string, and they were a few of our favourite things. We're going to share 2 of them with you. 2 of these lovely gifts with you. And I'm going to share this because I talked about this on a video a while back. I don't know whether you remember. Or was it a video or a podcast? Can't remember.
Podcast.
The Elves and the Shoemaker. My most favourite Ladybird book of all. Ladybird books came out in the 60s, and they were well known for their absolutely gorgeous illustrations and simple storytelling for children. And this is one of my favourites, and I'd not seen it for years, and I almost shed tears when I opened it and flipped through it because I can remember the illustrations so well. So if you're not familiar with Ladybird books, check them out. They do actually do an adult range now.
They do.
But check them out. That's Ladybird books. This is not a paid promotion.
No.
Can we put an affiliate link for Ladybird books underneath for Amazon?
Well, you can for that one.
Yeah, we'll try and do that. So, thank you so much. This is a treasured gift from Vivi. We had a lovely day, didn't we?
But it was interesting because we then started talking about cobblers, didn't we?
Yes.
Because one of my relatives was a cobbler in Guernsey, and Vivi was talking about, I point over there because that's where she was sitting at this point. Vivi was talking about when she used to go to the cobbler to have clogs made, because they were Lancashire clogs, weren't they? What's that beeping?
Oh, there's some strange noises going on today.
But she used to get a pair of clogs each year because that's what people wore. And for us, we
She
used to
wasn't
have...
living in the 1850s.
No, I know, but for school and things. And we used to have... Our shoes would be sort of made by this cobbler. And it wasn't until I was about 5 or 6, I think, that I remember going and having my feet measured for the first time at a Clark shoe shop. Because most of the shoes that we had then were sort of hand-me-downs and were restitched and remade.
And did your feet fit into the machine, Paul?
It did. They had to shave the hair off them. My hobbit feet.
Ugh, God.
But that was nice, and I was also thinking about the Uncle Cobbler, as I used to call him. There was a sort of black steel, it was the shape of a foot upside down attached to the workbench, and the steel itself was black, but the heel was shiny silver because of all the wear it had had. And that conversation yesterday just took me back almost 50 years, in fact 50 years, to when we used to go to Uncle Cobbler, and we would go down the path to the shed at the bottom of the garden where his workshop was, his cobbler's workshop.
And
the smells of the leather and the waxes, and it just just came rushing back.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because you've got the sights, the sounds, and the smells that create this, solidify a memory that can transport you back. I mean, you can remember a smell, can't you?
Oh, totally. I mean, you literally travel in time. Literally.
You do in your brain, definitely. Yeah. You know, this is a time machine, isn't it? Yeah.
Really. And it's interesting because Vivi's around, well, we're all around the same age. I'm slightly older, but Vivi's sort of the same age as Richard. And it's sort of reconnecting with those memories that you don't know other people have. And they say something and suddenly, bam, you're back to 50 years ago in your Uncle Cobbler's workshop.
And also, what other gift did you get from the Vivi?
I got some bunting.
Well,
some...
You use the word I loosely.
No, I don't. I use the word I specifically. And it's... Have you got the note? The note says this is for me.
But it would go in here so beautifully with the yellow and the red. It would match the hanging here.
It would. But it's just such amazing craftsmanship. It really, you can go and get other bunting, but really to get Vivi bunting, to get quality bunting, Vivi is supreme. I was in a shop in Cranley in Surrey.
Oh, and I just love the labels.
Yeah.
The little label, made with love by Vivi. I just love that. I think it's absolutely superb. You go over and check out her if you've not been, because I think she's got some stock in of bunting. The problem is it goes fast.
Yeah.
So you need to go over and have a look. And I think she's got some really exclusive ones left in the shop. And I know that bright colours are in this season for spring. And I also know that florals are in as well.
Is
Very
it florals
much so.
or is it florals?
I say floral.
I say floral.
Well, you're wrong. I know that patterns and floral patterns
How do you
are
sell
in.
coral?
Coral. But if it's... Oh, yeah, okay. All right, baby, okay. But we highly recommend it. We've got how many sets now? 3 sets.
Which isn't enough.
And you know what? Actually, I would really like one of the red and... I think there's a red and blue one on there.
There's some fantastic red and blue
I would like one of the red and blue ones as well. Because not only for sheds, but for indoors, we have a huge mirror in the other room. And we have it draped across the mirror. And it just looks so lovely.
You know Doctor Who normally wears a scarf? Maybe we should petition the BBC that they drop the scarf and she wears, Doctor Who's female now, wears Vivi bunting instead.
Well, you could try, Paul. I'm not sure you'd be very successful.
I think that's what we should do.
We love it. And this is going to go in here, I think.
It's not going in the shed. So, before he interrupted me, I was saying that I was in the shop in Cranley the other day, not for Earth's Sake, the fabulous For Earth's Sake, which I'm sure you know about, but another shop that does an awful lot of housewares, and they had some bunting in there. And I had a look at their bunting. And their bunting was more expensive and much thinner.
Oh, because this is double, isn't it?
It's double. And what's this edging? What's this called? I'm not sure,
but it's very sturdy.
This is thick and sturdy. The one that the other bunting was on was a bit of string.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Get over there and have a look and before it sells out.
But she's also got some fabulous linens. Fabulous linens.
Oh, these are Vivi's.
Oh yeah, and because the thing is, Vivi goes around and she finds certain things that fit with what she wants in her shop. She sources things. So this blanket came, the green blanket over there came as well, and you all know we love Vivi. However, setting that aside, fabulous shop. do go over and have a look at it.
Yeah.
And it's got some lovely mugs in it at the moment. No. We've got plenty of mugs.
So, lovely. Thank you, bloody thank you. Next ball, you wanted to talk about vegan.
Oh yes.
Vegan, Vagina January.
Obviously it's that time of the month, January. Or maybe I should say that time of the year, January. Yeah. And there's an awful lot of recipes popping up which are vegan recipes. And even though they are vegan recipes, it rather frustrates me. Like I saw this morning a vegan leek and potato soup and a vegan carrot and coriander soup. And I thought, well, yes, I appreciate they are vegan, but I mean, they're actually soups. You know, much of what we eat on a daily basis is vegan. You know, we occasionally have fish fingers. We admit it. We know
We're
that.
pescatarians.
We're pescatarians, really. We're moving towards being vegetarian.
We eat a little fish.
Yeah, that's
Mainly for health reasons, really. I mean, the doctor has said we should both be
yes.
eating oily fish
yes.
for our heart health. But, you know, there are questions around whether you should be getting that from fish or not.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so and then there's this whole thing around being vegan. What is being vegan? Is it actually just not eating animal products, or is it actually not eating anything that has been anything that has been created by an animal that has died? Because I know that certain figs that we get are pollinated by a fly that goes into the fig, and it pollinates the fig, and it dies after the pollination. Then the fig forms.
Well, you
So
mean
the
there's a
fly
inside a
the
fig?
fly is inside the fig.
Are you sure about that,
It
Paul?
obviously gets digested as things go along, but effectively it's given its life for that fig. And there are some vegans who are very, very strict vegans who say, well, we can't eat that because of this. So there's a range of different types of vegan, from very strict to I don't eat animal products. But when I see things like vegan leek and what was it? Potato and leek soup, and carrot and coriander, and various other things. Yes, they are. I don't dispute they are vegan, but I think some people might actually be put off thinking, "Oh, well, I don't want vegan. I'm not. I eat meat. I'm moving towards being vegetarian, but I don't want to be vegan," and they'll be put off by that.
I don't know why.
Well, because I do know one person who said to me relatively recently, "Oh, I couldn't try anything vegan," and I said, "Well, why don't you try vegetarian?" "Oh, I eat vegetarian, but I couldn't have anything vegan." And it was
I
sort
don't
of like,
know what people think vegan is.
I think they do think it. I think there's a lot of messaging that really isn't being put around what vegan is, and I think that's because you have very, very strict vegans and you have standard vegans, and there's a whole
No, I think
plethora
what
in
it
between.
is there's a whole load of judgmental people out there who think they should tell other people what they can and can't eat.
Absolutely.
Really?
That is very, very true.
Look, at the end of the day, whatever you choose to eat is what you choose to eat. We've always said on our Facebook group, Planet Vegetaria, this is a group about the planet and moving towards vegetarian food. We've never judged anybody. We've never said you can't join if you're a meat eater. We've always said this is an open, friendly group, and actually it is one of the friendliest places on Facebook. Believe you me, it is. Isn't it?
Is that classified somewhere? Is that stated?
I'm stating it now.
Oh, that's okay then.
That should be good enough for anybody. Because my word is my honour.
But it is, yeah.
No, it is. And, you know, there's so many places on Facebook which are full of really dodgy, nasty, judgmental people that, you know, I find posts that I want to share on Planet Vegetaria, but I don't share them because the comment section is so full of hate
Yeah.
to each other. To each other.
Bizarre.
People having arguments. You know, no, ridiculous, you know. Anyway, so yeah, get over yourselves, for goodness sake.
So yes, so when something's, if you're going towards being vegan or you're vegetarian, you're not bothered about moving towards being vegan, then absolutely fine. But if you're a meat eater, don't just forget about things that say vegan, because very often they're very close to what you may eat anyway.
And if you're on a health kick for the new year, consider doing more exercise.
Oh yes.
Yes, I've started working out.
He's been spreading his legs and putting on his tights and all of that.
I have.
All in front of the screen.
What do you mean in front of the screen?
In front of the screen.
The television.
That's the screen?
I've been doing the Jane Fondas. Ah, yes. I can still do a Jane Fonda workout at 52. I know, crazy, aren't I? No, there's a fabulous
You're
workout.
52, aren't you? Yeah.
I know, it's hard to believe. Most people think I'm 39.
Oh dear.
Jane Fonda, now, if you are thinking of getting some more exercise, but you feel, you know, you're quite mature and don't want to be running around like a crazy doing all this wild aerobics, there's a fabulous workout called the Jane Fonda Walkout. Yeah? There are two, level 1 and level 2. Now, these are level 2 I do because it's a bit more challenging, and it's 18 minutes and you do a mile. And it's no harder than...
You do it on the spot.
You're standing on the spot,
You're not in your
basically.
tights going around the neighbourhood doing a mile.
No, you're indoors,
Yeah.
YouTube, on the telly, doing it in your lounge. So I do that, and then I do a selection of floor work, stretches, the other sounds outside,
Goblins.
stretches and floor work and abs and arms and thighs and bums and everything else.
Buttocks.
Buttocks.
That's a good word, isn't it?
Buttocks. I do a selection of that. I don't do, it's the new Jane Fonda workout that came out in the 80s. It's quite challenging to do, but I miss out the 12 minutes of aerobics because I've already done the aerobics in the walkout. So I do both of those and it takes me about 50 minutes to do. And boy, it's a workout. But you know, I'm determined to lose the weight I need to lose. I need to lose a stone.
You wish to use this.
No, I have to lose a stone. That's an agreement with my doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what we've agreed, and I've got until March to do that. So I ache. I do ache all over.
But you got your
not as badly as-
dolphins going, didn't you? He said to me the other day, I got into it and I got all my dolphins going.
No, I didn't say that, Paul, because I know the correct word.
What's that?
Ridiculous. It's endorphins. There is a point when you're working out
Endorphins.
where there must be a release of hormones or endorphins.
Endorphins.
Where you suddenly feel very good.
Hyper.
You go through the challenging part. I went through a moment where I thought, I can't do this. It's hurting too
Isn't
much.
it called the wall? Don't you go through the wall?
Well, yeah, or you give up. Either way, you stop and say, I can't do this. And I almost stopped and thought, no, my legs are hurting too much. And I pushed through, got through the other side. Then I went on to the other video and did the floor work and the abs and all of that. And again, that was very challenging. I shouted out a couple of times. But yeah, Richard's weight loss journey with me, Richard.
Since 1967.
Since the 9th of January. That's when I started, the 9th.
Oh, right, the journey.
So we'll see how I
But
get
actually,
on.
that journey is just part of your whole journey.
I'm not documenting it. I'm not doing all that bollocks. No. I'm not going to try and do
Not
my
in those tights.
my weight loss journey just for some extra views.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm not doing that. And I'm certainly not videoing myself doing the workout.
No.
I know that people might think that would be hysterically funny, but actually the thought of you all laughing at me trying to get fit,
Oh.
well no, it's fun for you, me looking like a complete twat, but, oh, can I say twat?
No, well, you've just said it twice anyway.
Is twat a swear word?
That's 3 times.
Oh, sorry about that. I meant prat. I
Yeah.
don't care.
He didn't.
I
but
don't
there we
care.
are.
But actually, that would kind of... I don't think that would work for me, because I do actually take it quite seriously, because this is about my health, and it's also very personal as well. I'm not prepared to share photos of me half naked whilst you watch my stomach get smaller. I'm not into all of that. I think it's a load of old crap. It's a personal thing, so I'm not sharing that with you.
But you were very pleased. You were quite hyper
I was
at the end.
delighted.
I can't remember. I was somewhere and I came back and you'd done it.
And I'd just done it. I was drinking my water and
Yeah.
rehydrating
And he was
sweating a lot.
very hyper.
But it
Which
does,
was great.
It does make you feel really good. It's like when you've been out for a big walk and you get in and your face is tingling and you're buzzing, or you've done a load of work in the garden and you're... But
Or you've been swimming and dolphins have come around you.
But the difference is, with aerobics, you really do get everything moving rapidly. The heart rate goes right up, you're sweating, all the hormones are kicking in and the endorphins, the circulatory system is working at its optimum, your brain is being infused with oxygenated blood, as is your body and all your cells. So you really do feel good. But as with any exercise program, if you're thinking of doing it, consult your doctor first.
Yeah.
I will put links to both of the workouts, the Jane Fonda's and her channel, the channel that they exist on. It's not necessarily her channel. I'll put them down below so you can have a look.
Why is it not her channel?
Because I think the video I followed, the second one, was from somebody's channel where they've literally put the video on there.
Well, isn't that a bit naughty though?
Well, it's useful to me. They're not getting monetised for it, so, you know.
Well, neither's Jane though.
Well, I'm quite sure Jane earned enough on the original video. It was the fastest selling video of all time, I think.
Really? Wow.
I think so.
She's lovely though. She's fabulous.
She is. So, that's that done. So
Grace and Frankie is out soon. The new thing, couple of weeks. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
when it comes out. So, Paul, there were some things you wanted to talk about. You're going to the wassailing day today.
We are having a fruit tree winter pruning session, followed by a little wassailing session.
Oh.
So I'm making some mulled cider for that. Somebody else is bringing hot water for teas and coffees and things. And we will be pouring some cider around the trees as well. Because that's what happens. So that it's effectively gifting back to the tree to make it bud and flower and just produce lots of fruit. So we will be doing that. And then I'll be coming home because I think I need to have a quiet rest of the day, really.
Lovely.
There are a few things I need to do at the plot, though. So yeah, I might come home, have some lunch, and then go back and do a few things, depending upon the weather.
Well, it's windy.
It's
It's
windy.
breezy. It's cool. It was cool yesterday, wasn't it?
It was cool yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool. But then in the evening,
It seemed to get warmer,
yeah, it got
didn't
warmer.
it? I know, it's a miracle.
it was warmer at night, at 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, than it was at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I was at the community gardens in the morning doing something, and we were showing potential new plot holders available plots. And because you're not actually sort of working, you know, you're not working your body, I got quite cold over an hour and a half. Yet when we went to the bus stop to go back with Vivi, or take her to the bus stop, or walk to the bus stop with her, it was warm. And I'll leave that there.
But apparently it's going to turn wet.
Yeah.
Wet. So we're looking out for that. Well, the things that you want to talk about, Paul.
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at the list.
Slee.
No, that's it. Oh yes, I went to the Hammersmith Community Gardens Association's AGM on I think it was Wednesday. Now, if you live in Hammersmith, Fulham, Chelsea, around there, do have a look at the Hammersmith Community Gardens Association. They look after a number of parks and areas around Hammersmith, and going up to Phoenix Academy, there's the Phoenix Gardens, and they are a fantastic organisation doing a huge amount in the local community, really huge amount. And what is telling is the amount of people they had at their AGM, who are people who volunteer with them and benefit through the work that the organisation does. I think there must have been about 100 people at their AGM, and when you go to a number of AGMs and there's sort of like 20 people or something, and so much work goes in, it was fabulous to be in a room full of people who are benefiting and helping other people benefit from the work that the organisation does. So do have a look at them if you live in the area. They're places that they look after are well worth a visit. That was it. I think that's our list done. Is that our list done? There's nothing on the other side.
That's it. So thank you, bloody thank you, goodbye.
Is that a wassailing song?
It's my special thank you song.
I think maybe you should do a song on. You should
It'll
create
be out
a
on
song.
iTunes next week. Not really. So
I think
yes,
there should be a song. You could create
there
a
will
song.
be music. I've told you that.
Yes. There will be music.
There will be some music
And-
on Signed Clyde
What's
at some point when I finish producing it and mixing it.
I was going into
Mastering
a Cole
it.
Porter reverie then.
Were you? Well,
Yeah.
get out of it now because we're finishing. So, thank you for watching. Thank you to new subscribers, old subscribers, and the very old subscribers, the wrinkly ones. And you, Auntie Barbara. I know what you're doing, pointing at the TV. And we'll see you very soon for more fun and frolics
And more Sunday chat.
next week. And
Very windy.
whatever else pops up in the meantime. Remember to follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, blog, SoundCloud, and all the other lovely things.
And send us an email if you want.
Email us. Oh,
Are you burping?
I think it was a spirit coming out.
It was a goblin.
So, goodbye. See you very soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
What do you do now? Do that again.
Bye.